Well, good afternoon. Welcome to this 10 Weather Impact Show. I'm meteorologist Chris Tomer.
And I'm meteorologist Aaron White, and it's been a pretty quiet day. You know, we got some sunshine out there now.
Oh, it's nice.
Finally feeling a little better. Still a little chilly out there. It'd be nice to have some warmer weather.
Hey, we've got it though.
We do.
Yeah, it's coming.
We got 50s. It'd be nice to have the 60s,
yes,
but
I know. It'll be close.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while before we get 60s and maybe 70s eventually. But we got to get through a couple of little systems passing our way.
But you know, on a positive front, I mean, unless you're a snow lover. It looks like, you know, we had talked about the little one that's going to come through tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Very, very early.
Yep.
The one on Thursday now looks like it's going to go further south, so the track takes it further away from central Ohio.
Yep.
So we've pulled back that weather impact alert because if there's no impact, then what's the point? So.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, some good news that it's kind of trending south. I know we were talking about it a little bit yesterday when we issued the 10 weather impact alert because it looked like there was going to be a system that was going to bring us the impacts with rain, snow, and even potential for ice. And that's really just all south now. Maybe a little rain or snow, but I think the chances are really trending down now.
Yeah, it definitely is. And I
good
mean,
news for Thursday.
That's right. And what's amazing, Aaron, is, and you put together this graphic, you know, that's our total season snow for Columbus.
Which is pretty good. I mean, this is a little bit above normal for, you know, a winter so far up to today's date, but nothing compared to some other places.
Yeah, and this is measured out of John Glenn, is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah. So right out there at the airport, 30.2 inches. That is a lot of snow. I mean, that's beating out a number of cities that would typically be quite a bit snowier than Columbus. Well, this year, the pattern has favored widespread snow across the state of Ohio. So we're sitting at 30. Dayton's actually sitting at almost 37. Cleveland's at almost 50. Of course, up in Cleveland near the lake, you get a lot of lake effect, which can really bump up those numbers. But here's what we're looking at in this forecast. So we do have this brief shot of rain and snow coming in very late tonight. It's mainly overnight into the early morning hours tomorrow. It may be rain or snow that comes through. So just take that and just put that in the back of your mind. And so it would be very quick hitting. It's not going to be extensive. And then by the time we get into Friday and Saturday, we're talking 50s, and we've actually warmed up Friday as a result of all this. And so both days now we're going to be in the 50s. Here's our view outside. We've got sunny skies now. So the morning cloud cover is gone, and we're sitting at 30. So it's a little bit, you know, like, wow, it looks warm out, but it's not. It's 30 degrees out there. It feels like it's 18. The winds are out of the southwest. Now, yesterday I showed you this map, and all of the colors were further to the north, basically sitting right over the top of Ohio. Now the track, as the low goes further to the south, pulls all that away from us. So maybe southern Ohio could certainly see some rain or snow out of this, but with the track like this, it just pulls the precip further away. Now, we're only 24 days away from spring, which is March 20th officially, so it's not that far off. I mean, 3 or 4 weeks, and we're right there. All right, let me show you the big view of this of these two little storm systems. So the first one right there, this is tomorrow morning, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. It will race through with either some rain or snow showers. This is the other storm. We talked about this yesterday. Now with it going further to the south, remember yesterday it put Columbus right in the blue, which is snow. That's not the case now. This is Thursday in the morning with all the rain kind of sliding down and around. And so it really just misses us now. Hour by hour, same forecast, just zoomed in essentially. So here we are, this is 7 o'clock tonight. All right, there's midnight. You can see it coming, this little wave right there. It may be rain or snow. It might be right on the line. In fact, you can see the mix right there. There's Wednesday at 6, sliding away, and then we're clear all the way through Wednesday night. Now let's look at Thursday morning. Now on Thursday, there's nothing showing up now. In fact, it looks clear around I-70 and north on Thursday morning with the clouds kind of staying to the south and maybe a couple of rain showers across southern Ohio right there by Thursday in the afternoon. But that's it. I mean, that's a big change from yesterday's forecast. So here is our 10 weather impact 7-day forecast. So there it is, 36 today is our high. Now watch what happens. Temperatures go way up on Wednesday to almost 50 degrees. Just a reminder, in the morning there is that brief rain or snow that comes through. Now on Thursday up to 40. Maybe a rain or snow shower, but certainly nothing as organized as what we were looking at yesterday. Friday, sunny in the 50s. Enjoy that. Saturday looks spectacular with temperatures almost at 60 degrees and a lot of sunshine. And by the time we get to Sunday and Monday, Sunday is down to 39. We might have a couple of rain or snow showers, Aaron, come through on Monday. But, you know, I showed that graphic, and spring is literally just around the corner.
Yeah, I mean, just a little bit over 3 weeks away. We got the first day of spring coming up on March 20th, and we're finally going to be eventually seeing some warmer weather. We got that Friday and Saturday.
Oh, I know.
50s in the forecast, not looking too bad. Ready for it.
Yeah, once we melt away all the, well, we got a little bit of snow out there. That's going to melt pretty fast.
Yeah.
And then now you'll watch your yard. You know, we have some pretty new grass in our yard, so now we're going to watch it as the spring comes in and starts to fill in. We get, you know, I'll have to mow eventually.
Sure,
but,
yeah.
You know, I'm kind of looking forward to that, is to change a little bit, change the seasons.
The change of the seasons. It always feels nice, you know, and stuff to get a little bit more sunshine, the warmer temperatures and everything. I know a lot of people do like the snow around here. We've had our fair share of snow this winter, as you mentioned. So it'll be nice to see a change. So let's talk about all things spring. As you mentioned, Chris, 24 days from now, the first day of spring on March 20th. Average high for that day is 53 degrees. So we already have the 50s in the forecast. I mean, we've already had 60s. We had a high of 65 back on January 9th. We've had 60s last week. So we've already had some of those warmer, more spring-like days, and we're going to get more of them as we continue on through the rest of February, but more so as we get into the month of March. And the trend right now, this is the temperature outlook for the month itself, is trending to feature more above normal temperatures. Now, that's not to say we're not going to have days where it is colder, where we could get a little bit of snow, some rain in the forecast here as we go through the month of March. But when you put everything together, when you look at the month as a whole, it does appear like we are going to be a little bit more mild, at least some higher chances for it to be a mild March. And you know what? After our winter with the bitter cold and the foot of snow that we had back in January, I think we'll take this now. Well, nice to see a little bit of a trend. And we are looking at least some higher chances for some rain or snow as we go through the month. So going to have to watch how that all plays out. And of course, as we are looking ahead to spring, that means migrations are going to be happening, and one of them is the ruby-throated hummingbird starting to make its way back towards the north. And this is the outlook. There's already been sightings along the Gulf Coast here so far this year, and once we get into late March, they start to make their way closer to Arkansas, parts of Tennessee, South Carolina, North Carolina as well. Getting into Ohio as early April, late April. So really April is the time frame around here if you're really eager to look for those hummingbirds. And of course the monarch butterflies eventually will be making their migration back towards the north, but that's going to take a little bit more time until we get towards April, more so May into June. But you know what? It's a sign of the seasons changing, and nice to think about things getting warmer for everyone.
You know, Aaron, I don't think I've ever seen a graphic like that.
Really? Okay,
No.
yeah. It's a fun little one.
No, it is.
I put that together, something similar to this for the monarch migration in the fall when they were going south, and I'm like, let's flip this around and bring them back to the north, at least for the hummingbirds this time around.
So early to late April is what you're saying. Okay, back here in Ohio.
Yeah, something to get ready for.
I love it.
Yeah, you know, and let's think about spring a little bit because, you know, we need to think about the warmer weather because of what happened in New England.
Yes.
I mean,
this was a big
wild.
one. And I mean, not just a big one, it was a monster. This snowstorm set a lot of records up in the Northeast. If you haven't heard about some of the latest totals up there, a travel ban remains in effect. A number of records were set through Massachusetts. Even a day after this, I mean, the towns are buried, and we're finally getting video of this.
Yeah, I mean, this drone video.
Look at the coast right there.
Yeah, they're all calling it the blizzard of 26 because, of course, it was a blizzard, snow and wind, heavy snowfall in many locations. This is out of Massachusetts, where one of the winners, Fall River, Massachusetts, 41 inches of snow in total, which is remarkable to think about from one snowstorm.
And Providence. You and I were talking about Providence, and they set a number of records with that daily, and then there was some other records as well. But check out this time lapse of the blizzard from Providence, right off the coast, from late Sunday evening into early Monday morning. The blizzard of 2026 broke several snowfall records at Rhode Island, T.F. Green International Airport in Providence. Here are the stats. So the storm total snow was 37.9 inches.
Which is just remarkable.
It is. That's more than we've seen all season in Columbus, if you might recall. Broke the record for the greatest single snowstorm on record which was 28.6, so blew that out of the water. And during the blizzard of 78, that record had held up for a long time, on February 6-7 of 1978.
Yep.
So changed that one, broke that record. Daily snowfall of 35.5 inches broke the record one-day snowfall, which was 19 inches set during the blizzard of 96. So we're talking about some really historic snowstorms that this one beat out.
Yeah, I mean, just remarkable at how heavy the snowfall was coming down. There were some snowfall rates of 2 to 3 inches per hour at one time. And that snowstorm also setting a daily record. And this one is a little bit more remarkable just for the day itself,
Yes.
because 35.5 inches of snow fell in a single day. So we're talking midnight to midnight. And that was on February 23rd, so just yesterday.
Yeah.
The previous record for yesterday was
Kind of sad.
Kind of sad.
Yeah.
3.8.
Yeah, so that was an easy one to break.
Yeah, so 32 inches more
Yeah.
than what they previously had on February 23rd. So
It's just when you talk about like the perfect storm and the track has to be just right. I think we were talking about this yesterday.
Yep.
If it's too far offshore, it pulls the snow wave. If it's too far close to the coast, it brings in too much warm air. And so you have to have just the right track with these
exactly.
things.
Yeah, and we've seen that with our weather around here. We kind of had our perfect storm back in January, of course, where we had a foot of snowfall, which was also remarkable in itself. But it's always interesting to think about when you have so much moisture with those nor'easters. That it was bad here. We all remember that with the snow emergencies here, a foot of snow on the ground, but multiply that by 3.
I know.
And you
In
get
one
Providence.
storm.
Yeah. So
They're going to be digging out for a while.
yeah.
No question
Yeah.
about it.
Thankfully, we don't have to worry about that here.
Yeah. So I guess that's going to do it for today's 10 Weather Impact Show. So again, a little bit of a good news here. We have warmer temperatures in the forecast. We've pulled back the impact alert because if it's not going to affect us, what's the point of keeping it in? And so there's one little storm coming through early tomorrow morning that I'll be detailing throughout the evening hours. We'll obviously keep things updated here.
Yeah, and also looking ahead to, of course, the 50s. Everyone's ready for
50s
that
coming
with the
in Friday,
sunshine.
Saturday.
And then we'll see what that Monday system looks like. It's kind of still iffy right now, but some rain or snow, maybe some ice could make its way in Monday into Tuesday. So we'll be focused on that. You'll be focused on that this afternoon, and also just ready for that sunshine.
Thanks for the great graphics.
Yeah, of course.
It makes life easy.